This isn't
we had
working.
another 3 additions, adding a total of $4,909.62. And as part of those bills for February, we do have $250 that was paid for the new council members who elected to attend council member training. I believe that's down in Columbus. And that's $250 total, plus whatever their mileage is going to be and any meals they have to pay. May I have a motion to approve the new council members, Debbie and Al, attending council training in Columbus?
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The new council members will be smarter than you guys do. That's what you guys went to school with.
You're better than that.
So the revised total payments for February thus far, for this meeting, $31,896.21. We need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Did you put in a list of committees?
Yes. See what you want to have it out.
We can pass them out.
Okay.
Gary's got the new committee numbers.
Yes.
Okay, we will go to safety Tamsa.
Hello. All right, so my owls aren't working. Everybody is just watching me right now, which is not cool. I don't know what's going on with them. Well, yeah, because it's up on the computer's camera and they're just watching me and they're seeing half of Gary's head because I just moved it. They've only got half of my face. I don't know why the owls aren't working.
There's no light out.
There's no light on either one of them.
On the 2026 committee report that you just passed around, it still has Jim Brandenburg as the zoning inspector.
Oh, Gary.
Okay.
Well, you guys can change it.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll reissue.
So once again, I'm going to use the television instead of photocopying all these papers. But if anybody desperately needs to have this in a piece of paper in their hand, we can make a photocopy of it and I can give it to you this evening.
Well, Gary gives it to us with our minutes also.
Gary did not get these. He got the sheriff's report that I received. I had not put it into this form yet. I was still trying to figure out how to use Google Documents. Sorry, I am not prepared because I was trying to, that's nice.
We got, the police one on the computer, right?
You did, but it wasn't this. So I made the nifty graph.
Actually, it was a little more informative.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff on there. So it had the hours, which is on here, and then it had all of the stops and all of the dates and all, and those have been consolidated. Our target hours for the month of January are 80 hours. We hit 84, so we were at 105%. Miles logged were 497, and gallons of fuel used for the month of January were 19.6 gallons used. Can you guys from the audience see that okay? Do you have any recommendations for me since I am trying to do this way?
Make it bigger?
I can.
Okay, that's good.
You can't see the whole thing, but I can make it bigger and hold on to it for a second. I'm still trying to perfect this, so I do apologize. Okay. Deputies activities, I do have this as well. I'm going to make this larger if possible. There were 70 extra patrols, 12 Victor watches, Under unauthorized use of a vehicle, there was a harassing phone or text, an alarm, 2 animal complaints, 1 theft, larceny, agency assist was 1, building check 4, breathing problems 4, chest pain 1, citizens assist 2, civil matter 1, CO detector, no symptoms 1, fall victim 2, sick person 4, 1 traffic stop, unwanted subject 1, and a welfare check. So, and this list is a lot shorter than what some of the lists we've seen in the past. And I know you guys in the audience, oops, sorry. I know you guys in the audience don't normally see this. This is just something that is read off. So how does that look to you guys? Legible? Cool. And bear with me. Chief is not here with us tonight. He had a fire last night that he's been up for 24 hours. So he had messaged me, actually sent an email around 5 o'clock that he would not be joining us this evening, but he did say that he would be joining us for the polar plunge on Saturday. The deputies also are going to be at the polar plunge on Saturday between, you said 11 and 2. They will be here as well.
Yes.
Chief Kavanaugh usually reads all this stuff off, so do you guys want me to read it off? You just want to look
You
at the
can just do
pictures?
the highlights.
The highlights? Okay. Let me look at pieces of paper. Okay, now I understand pieces of paper. So the letter that he wrote for us, the Lions Club Polar Plunge, rescheduled to February 14th, which we all knew. They have grants. They have been approved for a BWC Firefighter Exposure Environmental Elements grant for $3,383.33 for 2 sets of turnout gear. The total cost for the 2 sets is $5,503.14. They will need to spend $2,119.81 for the grant, but also the gear is listed as 73% off from Fire Decks. Firefighters Association has purchased a new thermal imager in the amount of $5,805. This equipment will replace a damaged thermal imager on engine 3, and it is vital for the safety of crews and community when conducting a search. They have submitted for training reimbursement in a grant for amount of $3,525, and it's submitted for fire marshal equipment grant in the amount of $15,000. That's going to cover 4 sets of turnout gear. Lieutenant Powell and firefighter Grossenbaugh attended the Jackson Fire Expo on January 17th and 18th. Lieutenant Powell and Chief Kavanaugh attended the Fire and Life Safety Educators course in Springfield, Ohio from January 27th to 29th. This will improve their public education programs in Lafayette Township. 2 mobile radios have been installed in the tanker and car. This will make response safer and more effective, having dedicated radios for the vehicles. Requesting the trustees to approve inflatable ice rescue boat in the amount of $3,495. See handout and specifications. There must be a handout in here. They're also working on acquiring a grant to replace the water rescue boat Medina County has. And that sentence doesn't make sense. Okay, I'm trying to go fast. I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry.
turnaround time, because I know that's important. Average turnout time is 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Year-to-date turnout time is 2 minutes and 9 seconds. And the average travel time was 7 minutes, 11 seconds. And I think that about covers everything super important. I have no idea where the structure fire was last night. He didn't give me that
It
information.
was at Lake and, I was working last night, fire at Lake and Smith in Diamond City about 5 in the morning.
Ooh, okay.
And I don't know if you were here Saturday or not, but the siren did work.
It did work. Yes, I did hear it. I was home.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Jim, did you have anything?
Oh, I'll be closed on Saturday.
Are you going to come?
Now I'm gonna be,
Okay.
I'll jump when you jump.
Yeah, okay, well, you don't have to worry about everything. Anyway, thank you for coming. Okay, now we will go to zoning.
Can we read it?
Okay.
So it looks to be pretty much the same. We've still got 9 Parkway Path with some issues. Did you file charges on these?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay,
On
good.
yeah.
Okay,
But I
13.
would like, there's 3 here, and we can recommend filing charges. And since Bud will be going to go to court, I'd like Bud to look at those problems.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
you know
this,
what's going on.
the 13 Circle Crest,
Right.
13 Parkway, and 12 Parkway. And we've gone over these every month, so, and then, so you want Bud to take a look at these? You want this?
Just,
Well, I'll need the facts. I don't need that.
Okay, gotcha.
you take a quick look at 9 Parkway Path and 13 Circle Crest and 273 Russell Cliff. If we're gonna go ahead with charges on those,
For the addresses again.
it's on the report, we have that.
13 Parkway Path,
First 4,
13.
yeah, Parkway Path, that's the
no,
park.
9 Parkway Path.
You went to-
Oh. Oh, there's 2 Parkways down here, 9 Parkway Path,
They're 2 different violations, same property.
right. That's ongoing, you know what's going
Oh,
on there.
yeah.
And that's been around so long, I've already filed charges.
So,
What's the other one? Which is certain.
are you doing 13 Parkway Path, filing charges against them?
13 Circle Crest.
Okay, algae and mildew on the siding,
I will if Bud agrees, we should go ahead with it.
yeah. It's
I'm not in favor of proceeding when it's been sub-zero.
Yeah.
I think it'd make us appear to be a bit foolish. My thought, off the top of my head.
They haven't responded at all to,
I don't know what kind,
Wasn't there one that's-
do we have a track history? You know, or do we have a track history of failing to respond? That would make
We
it.
have ordered to correct on those issued by Jim, and the deadline to correct is passed. But when you have independent judgment, and I'd like you to look at these
Right.
and let me know, just so you know about it. If we go ahead with the charges, you're gonna have to go to court.
Understood.
it would be nice to have a documentation, like a date we went there, what we did, you know, that.
Oh, trust me, we'll have all that.
Yeah, I figure,
So we have that for 9 Parkway Path.
right. But not at the meeting, we don't. So then we come at the meeting and there's a lot of, you know, speculation, so,
We can rectify that.
I know. I'm excited.
Was that one of our most important ones we used to live in?
Long ago.
So zoning, we
Did you get
did,
the one on Rustic Road?
no, that's not on here.
He's got it.
It's on December,
What's the address? Oh, the one at the corner?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
yeah. 273 Rustic Road.
270.
Soffit's after repairs. Went out with a trailer with 2 flat tires. Holes inside.
Get what I think of that.
Yes, uh-huh.
It's Rock Ridge and Westwood Road.
Okay,
Yes.
no surprise.
Okay. Zoning, we did take down a tree at the corner of Briarwood and Willowwood that was leaning on a wire. And I sent Bud some information. I was just at the Ohio Realtor Convention and they were talking about short-term rentals and rental registries. And I sent him all the details. It was very extensive what they did in one community. And we were saying if we could just get contact info for renter, houses that aren't owner occupied in case something happens, that's all. Not charge anybody or, just literally have a contact because of the specifically, we have one or two houses where we've not been able to contact the owners. So we're going to work on that in the next couple months before spring comes around. Anything else?
No.
That's all we have for zoning.
Sounds like a good idea.
Is that strictly just for whatever, or any,
Just rentals
Rentals.
in general.
for the house that had water break,
Contract.
or it took
Yeah.
us so long to get on one of those people?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, anything else for zoning?
That's all we have.
Okay, we'll go, community relations. Okay, Debbie, is a little ill right now, and her husband is also, so they're having time, but, she has gotten some, ideas from people, or, I don't know, are you guys getting copied on those, letters sent out to the voters for,
I got one email on Saturday. It's the first email I received.
he got the name of all the people that had, stickers on their boat, and, as far as I know, he sent all of them letters asking for opinions on what they would like to see that money spent on from the dock fees. And so I know I saw a couple of them. One of them was the algae. I don't know if it's algae. Around the boats, around the docks. Is it algae?
No.
Weeds
yeah.
and out the road.
So that was one of them.
Milfoil.
It's the milfoil,
I did
which
not
is
see
really
those. I
bad.
didn't see the email. I'll have to check.
And then
Removing that from the lake is a chore though, because if you cut it and you don't completely remove it from the lake, it reseeds itself where it drops and it just multiplies even more.
so that was one suggestion, which is, I do hear people complaining about that all the time. So somebody asked him how much money there was. But anyway, Debbie's been getting all the emails, copies of them. John said to send them to Debbie. And then she will probably, I think they just sent this out, so there's only been a few responses so far. But, so they'll be working on that. We'll be hearing the different suggestions and then we'll figure out how to figure out who's going to pick the suggestion. The other thing, I sent her that email, Tabitha, you go to that health department meeting, I think, Ken, I think you've gone to that.
Yeah, it's normally in March.
Okay, so they sent their email, so I sent it to her.
Okay,
So she said she'd go, so
okay.
I told her that the only reason we have an interest in it, or it seems to concern us, I think I'm right about this, is if they're gonna put those tablets in our sewers for the mosquitoes. Otherwise, it doesn't really seem to concern us that much. Am I right about that?
No, last year was more about rural and septic tanks and that kind of stuff, which we don't have any of that going on here in the village that I'm aware of.
This is just their annual meeting. They try to get as many people as possible at that meeting. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't there also a Zoom option last year? I didn't notice that.
No, there was a Zoom option during COVID, the first 2 years of COVID, but then they went back to normal meetings probably 3 years ago.
Okay. Anyhow, she's got an email and said she'd try to go. So that's what I know about community relations. So now we would go to building and utilities. No, we won't, because Barbara's here. Barbara's going to tell you guys about this NOPEC grant. She still might be coming. She said she texted you when she was on her way back.
I have not received any text from Barb as of yet.
So the village of Chippewa Lake has been awarded a NOPEC Energized Community Grant for $1,698 for 2026. Did you get this, Gary? Do you know about this?
Oh, yeah, I have it in my notes for
Do
tonight as
all of you
well.
know about this? Well, Ken don't know about it, or he would have spent it.
Yes. My Will's attorney.
She said she was gonna talk about this tonight. You know, when Alan left, she kind of became our NOPEC person. So we also have a new NOPEC representative. The girl that's been coming here, she got promoted. So anyway, I believe we have all year to use this, Gary, don't we?
For that monies that we just awarded, yes. And I have comments to make tonight about both NOPEC grants, so I'll cover that in more detail.
Emergency NOPEC?
Yeah.
Well,
But
we
we
might as
can't
well-
pass it without 5-2.
well, then if she gets here in time, we can. Okay, well then we'll go to Parks, Ken.
Okay. I'll start with the pond. Our Green Lagoon, it froze over completely. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but it's frozen over. We reached out to the pond guy, and apparently it should not affect the bubblers. They're just going to be bubbling underneath the ice. But my question is, is it completely frozen? You know, it's not that deep, but he assured us that everything should be fine with that. So if anyone noticed if they drove by there. I also wanted to add for a project. I have a project planned for Bungalow Bay, a rehab project similar to what we did up here. And I was originally going to try to use some of the sticker money, but that's, from what I understand, that's, we're looking to have that, have those funds for project lake related, which makes sense. So I wanted to add $10,000 to my budget for that project. Jerry mentioned that I
You need a
need to.
motion for that?
So I'm not sure. Do I need a motion?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to add $10,000 to Parks budget for park-related projects. Most of it's going to be at Bungalow Bay, rehab the playground.
There a second?
I'm sorry, I'm only halfway paying attention. I'm trying to get the owls to work. How much are we, 10,000, and where are we
We're just
spending it?
adding it to that project, because I was going to, the rebar is actually coming through. It's in bad shape up there. Just
How much did this project cost here?
about close to that. And that's labor and I got a quote, but it's an old quote, and it equals out to be about 7 or 8, and it's like 2 or 3 years old. So I figured better to ask for more than have to come and ask for more later.
Second.
So 10 grand.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, good. All right. Still working on the no dumping signs, but there's no future because the ground is frozen. We're gonna need a parks manager for park tenants. Kelsey, she's got to make commitments this upcoming season, so
She does a good job.
yeah. And then, but she did a great job, you know. Hopefully thank her for her years of service. It's not easy. So if anyone knows of anybody, I have some ideas. Somebody, you know, responsible, somebody that would be a good fit for that. I would
Someone that
prefer-
likes texting teenagers.
What's that?
I said someone who likes texting and corresponding with teenagers.
Exactly. It's not easy. I would prefer somebody older, somebody that's gonna be around.
That knows how to
That high
text.
school kid would be stable. What's that?
That knows how to text.
That knows how to text. Hey, that's, yeah, and we have a group, an app that's all of them, subscribers, and it's great. And all the communication goes through there. Somebody has a call off. It's, really streamlined. So I'm hoping to have somebody locked in before the next meeting, because it happens quick. Hiring and everything that we got to get somebody in place, so that's gonna be,
Are you gonna, you know your committee, right?
what?
Your committee,
Yeah.
Barb and Tabitha?
Yeah.
You need to have a meeting with them, but.
Yeah, I'll get with them and see
Twice.
if they have some ideas. Absolutely.
Didn't you have a daughter that wanted to do that?
My daughter? Yeah, I don't know if she's possibly, that's something that she would want to take on. She said she wanted to, but I think she was just saying that, so I can talk to her. She'll do a good job.
Well, she's got experience, she did it for a long time. Most
Yep.
of the kids do, really.
Yeah,
Could we actually advertise this position so
We
more
sure
people
can.
know about it?
I found it, in the past, we've always had somebody in mind, and it worked out well. That, like Kelsey, and she, and Chris, really, we only had a couple. Oh, well, the one that lasted a year.
Right.
But, yeah, it's possible. I'd rather kind of look around myself, but we can advertise.
Or
and
maybe
set up
just,
interviews and whatnot.
or maybe just send out an email just within the village or something, you know.
Mhm.
There might be somebody that just doesn't know
It's
and,
not a bad idea.
I think you had emails, or something through Facebook last year. Did you get a lot of applications? That was
Yeah.
just for beach attendant.
yeah, that
That
was for
was
beach
beach
attendants, yeah.
Did you get any?
I'm
They
not,
had too
I'm not
many,
that
I
good with
heard.
Facebook. Did you want to put something
I
together?
can help with it, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that would be great, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Something that looks nice.
I'll send it to you first and then,
Okay, awesome, yeah, I appreciate it.
Especially minimum wage went up again, too.
What's it?
I think the minimum wage went up
It did it?
again. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're $1 above minimum wage. That's what traditionally where we're at. But the manager, I believe it was a flat, I have to check, I know we increased it last year, but I want to say $1,500, 12 to 15. And it was a salary for the manager. And the way it was set up, if they wanted to also, put in hours, then they would get paid the normal rate for that. So the salary is guaranteed. So it's nice, you know, if you find the right person and you got some time on your hands and you like to
she
interact
also
with
designed a
teenagers.
binder that I'm sure she would update, you know, with information, the binder, you know.
Yeah,
She has those saved as a document. She could print out new information and stuff to give to the new person, pass it down.
yeah, that would be great.
Yeah,
I just sent her a text message today and then she let me know that she's committed,
That
which
she's-
is
that
understandable.
she's
She's a
taking a
young lady.
full-time job with her mom, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if she could help, that'd be great. I mean, you got in with her, so you got some sway. Other than that, anyone have any questions, park related? Oh, I did, one of our residents reached out to me, interested in some sort of structure, something, for a pickleball court where you sit, you know, something you go over, the canopy or something like that, to keep the sun and the rain off of people. So I might work that into the rehab project. I mean, I did some research. I mean, you can spend a lot of money or you can spend 200 or 300. But if anyone has any ideas,
Almost like
Has the tennis players ever asked for such a thing?
what?
Have the tennis players ever asked for that? I've never heard that.
I don't know. I just I thought I'd bring it up just because she came to me, she asked me, and I figured I'd bubble it up to everybody else. I mean, there's some pretty cool ones that I looked up. I don't know, is it that necessary? But I know you're a pickleball player. Is that
I
something that
think
would?
it'd be nice, but to your point, Mayor, it's unlike a set of four playing tennis. You'll have both courts full, and you'll have a half dozen people sitting in
And we got a lot more people doing this than tennis, right? Everywhere. Yeah.
So you could see a need for that.
I do see it.
Okay.
On the lakeside. On the lakeside.
On the lakeside? Okay. I didn't, I'll go up there and take a look. I mean, there's some really cool ones. I
It
do.
comes right in across the court.
Yeah.
So what we do sometimes is we sit
Oh, yeah, I had no idea. I've never played. But, yeah, most of the ones that I looked up, the benches, it's like one unit. So it's a bench and then like a top to it, and they look pretty cool. I mean, depends how much you want to spend. I mean, you
Yeah,
want to spend
remember,
at least
you've got
$5.
benches that are, those benches that are there are concrete in, aren't they?
I don't know, like that.
Yeah, they're new.
Other new, so we would just get it like probably a top.
They
Here's some,
put new, that plastic.
Bill Glassnap built those.
oh, okay, yeah.
And the marigolds are on there too.
That, those I feel I'm talking out. The benches and the planters are all old.
Right.
They've been refurbished, but they're kind of on their last legs.
Well, that's nice.
That's just, that would just be a top. They couldn't be having to do something like this.
They're,
Yeah, this is, who wants this one? I don't know. This is just- But yeah, a couple $1,000. Yeah, that, this is less expensive one, it does not include a bench, so you don't need benches.
That's probably good wind goes through, right?
Hmm.
Probably a lot of wind up there.
Yeah, that's things you gotta think about. I know when we, before we had the structure down at the beach, we would go through a couple, 2 or 3 umbrellas a year. You know, because the wind just catches it and they're.
That's a really nice beach canopy that they sit under, whatever you call that. It's very
Yeah.
good. They did a good job with that.
Yeah, one of our residents actually, Brian Maxwell.
Yeah, I remember that.
He put that in. And, yeah, so we'll, give that some thoughts. We'll go there and take a look around. And, yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, streets.
Seems like we're getting a lot of water breaks right now, and Willowwood seems to be the street of choice, so we've had 3 of those this month already, so. I don't know what else we can do.
Have you asked, is there any point in asking the water department to give excuses as to why that's all happening?
We could ask, I mean,
They'll probably just say cold weather.
but you say that's all been redone.
Willowwood was one of our streets that we did.
A lot of rumblings going on about that rule, as you, I'm sure you know.
Yes, and
Things that are
Well, he
out of
went,
our control.
yeah, he got Lafayette to come resolve it a couple times and,
they probably did it 4 times or maybe 5.
No kidding, yeah.
And I had them out twice today, down Willowwood, down by Beachside, for that water break. So I think I just came from there, there was a barricade.
Yeah,
It's better.
so
It's not
you're on
perfect.
it, you know, that's all we can do.
Right. So, the grant has been funded for phase 10 road work. Engineering's working with utilities and stuff. The funding should be done by July 1st. By then we hope to have bids so we can get moving on it right away. I know we've had a contractor in the past, do a lot of work around the area. I've made numerous attempts to get a hold of him, and I'm not getting any response back. So I'll keep going with him, had some other people that dealt directly with him. See if he'll respond to it.
I told him I was gonna give you, he responded to me. And he
Okay.
said he's getting everything worked out. So
Okay.
he said it should be up and running, that's what he told me. So I'll give you the so.
Excuse me, on that point, we'll have to verify with the state of Ohio that he's set back up before we do anything with him. So when he tells you that he's all set,
You're right.
let me know, and I'll go to the state of Ohio. We have to verify he's all.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, we won't get him for anything until, he said he's working with you.
No,
Okay,
I'll make sure he does.
okay, good.
I also have those communication issues with him sometimes, but he's really good once you get him there.
Well, everybody tells me that.
Yeah, when he finally responds.
That's all I've got.
Okay, so good news, we got the grant,
Yes.
which means that the lakefront will have some storage areas like it did the last time we had one of these, so.
Are they gonna be using the same spots they did last time?
There's
Do you know
another
where they're gonna
lot,
be?
maybe up the road farther, I don't know, it's up to them to figure out if they give it to the property owner.
There's hardly any places to
Yes.
store what they need.
Right,
Most of it would have to be down by the beach side.
by the park where it
I'm
was
hoping they could
last
get
year.
Arrangements up top too, but I don't know if that will
The
happen.
little kids love
Well, one of the years. we
Yeah, they did.
use, over here, by the basketball court, and didn't we go into the woods there?
Yes, there were piles there for quite some time.
We don't want them on the asphalt, correct?
No, I
No,
don't think
but
Barb
they
wants
were
them there.
past the parking lot,
Okay.
between the parking lot and the pond,
Okay.
which we own too, so.
That's just what you're talking about where they put the spoils. From road
The
project.
grindings and stuff, yes.
Yeah.
Why was it all who?
Because I'm still trying to make them work.
They're winking at me over
Meeting's
here.
almost over.
The meeting's almost over, yeah. We've been recording with just the computer the entire time. So we do have a recording, it's just not as fabulous as when the owls are actually operational.
I never heard that movie before.
Sorry, guys. If anybody's watching, I know there are 4 of you. I need lots of help with the owls. Thank you.
Okay, anything else for streets?
Nope.
Well, then we'll go to law director.
Okay, I do have an ordinance relating to OPEC for materials carried forward that needs to be passed, but you can't pass it tonight for council. But it authorizes to accept the grant from OPEC and future grants. So that needs to be passed at some time. I can give it its first reading right now.
Okay,
You remember that one, Gary, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I got it. First reading, ordinance number
Hot dog, we're getting somewhere.
914-26. An ordinance authorizing all actions necessary to accept Northeast Ohio Public Energy Council, NOPEC, 2026 Energized Community Grant. So we'll bring that up for a second reading and hopefully passage next month. Yeah, then I have 2 cases in court. One is a new case, operating motor vehicle under the influence, and that one, the attorney has agreed that he will plead to the charge, defendant, and there's a change of plea hearing March 2nd, where he should change his plea and begin the sentencing process. Second case was a surprise. A defendant applied to expunge a trespassing case that was filed by the Broward Beach Police Department. So, with the defendant having no further criminal record, I didn't object, and it's been granted. And those are my only cases in court.
What happened with the ordinance that we were rewording? Did we talk about that? The ordinance for solicitation?
Oh, that's done.
That's
That we
tonight.
did that, that's what I thought.
We're having an executive session on that tonight.
Okay,
That's done. The only question is what to do with the criminal record.
right. Not that. Yeah.
Are we gonna talk about that in executive session? Okay. That's all I've got. Any other questions?
okay, Gary, finance?
All right, this past Saturday, I did distribute the January bank reconciliation report showing everything in balance. Any questions on January bank reconciliation? If not, may I have a motion accepting that report, please?
So moved.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you. This past Saturday, I did distribute to all the council the end of January appropriations report for you to review and be prepared to sign. Any questions, comments about January appropriations? May I have a motion approving council to sign off.
So moved.
second,
All in favor?
aye.
Opposed?
Thank you. The new NOPEC sponsorship grant application supporting the Lions Club July 4th parade has been submitted. And this afternoon, I received confirmation that it has been approved. Monies will be deposited directly into the Lions Club checking account. And Tom Melter will, I'm sure, confirm once the monies have been received. Any questions about the sponsorship grant with NOPEC? Okay. As mentioned by Mayor Dodaro, the village has been offered $1,698 for the 2026 NOPEC grant. And we can obtain access to those monies once we vote on the legislation and then sign the agreement. Right now, without those monies included, the village does have $2,138 available for use as of today. Again, that does not include the additional $1,698.
When does it have to be used by, the
Would you send that
2138?
So we get a sign in, please. The 1698, once it's awarded, we have 2 years.
What about the 2,138 that you just mentioned?
Right, we can spend that through 2027,
Okay, we've got time.
except for $447 has to be spent by November 30th of this year,
Okay.
or we lose that amount of money.
Do we have to spend it on anything in particular? Is there other stipulations?
Yes, there are. I'll send around a notice. Usually it's related to electrical usage, reduction of electrical costs, or in doing something with additional poles or wiring. But typically it has to be electrical related.
How about cameras? Would that work?
I can ask about cameras.
We're looking to install cameras up up here.
Okay, I will find out about that
Or looking into it.
and let you know. So again, the amount of monies we have to spend this year before we lose it, $447 by November 30th. The balance of those monies we can spend into 2027. As listed in the document that I delivered to council this past Saturday, at the March meeting, I will be asking council if any departments want to increase any of the 2026 appropriations. If so, I need to know by March 2nd. As also stated in that same document delivered to council, at the March meeting, I'll be distributing the 2027 budget worksheets. We're already starting to work 2027. I will need council's input for any of the changes to that budget by the April meeting. So I will put a temporary budget together for you to take a look at, and I'll have that to you at the March meeting. Any questions about appropriations or 2027 budget?
I have a question. In
Sure.
the packet that you sent me, it looked like it had specifically streets. And my department is zoning. Like it said restricted funds only for use by street. I just didn't see the zoning on here, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Earlier today, you may have seen the email that I sent you,
Yeah.
where I specifically showed you the account codes that apply to zoning.
And that's the,
1,410 account codes.
yep, through, 90 through 31.
Correct.
Okay, so then when I looked at the dollar amounts, so is it 18,000?
That's 18,000 just for repairs and maintenance of buildings and land.
Okay,
You have to add up all those in that column
okay, got it.
to get your total.
So 10, okay, got it.
Now, the 410,190, that is for the expense for your zoning inspector. That's his salary.
Okay.
But don't mess with that.
Got it.
Any other questions on that zoning?
No, I'll call you if I have any questions.
Please do. Yeah,
I just need to set aside money for trees because
okay. Yep, let's take a look at that.
Guys are obsessed.
I didn't realize when I came on council, we had such a tree issue. No, thank you.
Certainly. Any other questions, budgets? Okay. I need to attend training required by the Auditor of State's office. I need to attend it this March. It'll be in Columbus, and it's on ethics. We are required to take that every election cycle. The good news is I split the cost for all that training between Chippewa Lake and Burbank. So that'll be for the fee for the cost to attend the class, mileage, and the meal that one meal that I would have to have as well. May I have a motion authorizing the fiscal officer to attend training and be reimbursed for related expenses?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? How
Thank
come you can only have one meal?
Well, I'm just going down for the day.
Oh, okay.
They furnish one meal and then I'll catch something on heading home for supper. I followed up with PEP this morning for the grant monies not yet received against our December 2025 application. And those monies are going to be used to pay for the parking stops that will be ordered through the Pride Committee. I was informed today that the payment was mailed on February 2nd. So I expect that I'll have those monies by this Friday's mail pickup. And then we can get those on order for installing in spring. Questions or comments about the PEP grant? Okay. This afternoon, I contacted the Medina County Sheriff's Office as I have not yet received the 2026 agreement for dispatching services. I was advised that this is still in discussion between the Sheriff's Office and the union. And as soon as all matters are finalized, we will receive the new agreement. I did ask the Sheriff's Office, and they confirmed that there will be no lapse in dispatching services while the discussion continues. Any discussion about Medina County Sheriff dispatching? Okay. This past Friday, I received a small portion of the 2025 property tax invoices from the Medina County Auditor's Office. Alan, I sent you an email on it. 2 out of the 5 had property value increases. I don't know if you had a chance to do anything with those yet or not.
I'll look at those properties. If it's significant, we can take action to lower the value.
They only sent me 5. Typically, I get 22.
Right.
So they still owe me 17 more taxes. So,
And the deadline to dispute those is coming up. I mean, we already had online disputes and now they're doing in person and it's,
Right. There's an application though that I've been able to file almost any time,
yeah.
a written application.
You probably have secret access, we know.
Yeah, so. And we dealt with all of those, because some of the values were wild. You know, vacant lot, $21,000, non-buildable lot. So I have that reduced to about 800. But I'll take a look at this back.
We had a discussion about property taxes today at the legislative committee meeting. Linda Bowers is on the committee to assess the reevaluations. And she brought up the fact that Chippewa Lake, that's all of that's where our money comes from. So there's a group of people that's trying to do away with property taxes, but
Right.
how would we fund our community if that happens?
Would that do with levies? And the tax levy income?
But aren't the levies attached to your property
Property
tax?
Under what?
Aren't the levies attached to your property tax?
Right. But they're voted on by the people. The only part that's not voted on is what they call inside levies. I don't know, we need to keep an eye on that.
Right, that's fine.
Where we get the majority of the funds that help run the village.
We have like 3 or 4 levies that the people voted on that we need. Police, parks, operating expenses,
Fire.
fine. None of them are up for renewal right
I did advise the county auditor's office that I am short 17 of those, so hopefully they'll get them to me in time. Could you pass this around for signatures, please?
Yep.
Thank you. As of the end of January, balance in the primary checking account, $373,758.41. Money market, $209,083.32. Star Ohio, $116,974.62. Total, $699,816.35. Any questions, council? Money's available. That's all I have.
Thank you. Any questions for Gary?
I have something I wanted to propose to Gary. We have that zoning mailbox number 10 that we pay for, and I would like to suggest that we do away with that and combine everything into the one mailbox. We're not really getting a lot of mail there. I don't know how anyone else feels, but we were discussing it, and we maybe hold on to it for the year, but don't advertise it and push everything to the other mailbox, and it doesn't make sense to have two for a couple pieces here and there.
I had a conversation with the postmistress. If we're lucky, we get 1 to 2 pieces a month. Many months, there's none. I don't think the expense your council's paying is warranted. Since we can all read, we can get zoning mail in the general mailbox and pick out what is ours.
And if it's for a building permit, I mean, we can specify, please write attention zoning on the envelope. It's not rocket science.
Yeah, it's not like the mail you're gonna receive. We can figure out where it belongs. And we're all close, talk to one another. And I made changes on the website. So if you're not in accordance with that, I need to make additional changes.
Does anybody have anything to say about this? I personally don't care to do that. Doesn't affect any of us. I didn't know they had a mailbox for zoning, separate from yours.
Well, there's your answer.
Right.
I'll contact you.
Do we need a motion to get rid of the mailbox, PO box? Or do we just say,
Just get rid of it.
just get rid of it?
I renewed that last year, so are you gonna let it go to expiration, or we should try to,
Oh, I'll hold straight.
okay, thank you,
Wow, he's already making his money's worth over here.
thank you.
Okay, one thing for old business, it was kind of mentioned, but just so y'all know, Polar Bear Jump will be this Saturday, and that means we will have the road closing on Beachside Boulevard temporarily around noon or so. And probably an hour at the longest for that to be closed. So there probably will be congestion at the corner of Beachside and Longacre for most of the whole event, I would think. So it should be a little warmer. So anybody has a day off and nothing to do, you can put on a costume and go jump in the lake or go down and watch other crazy people do such things. Okay, so now we'll go to the audience. See how you guys say. Greg, do you have anything? Go.
Hi. Congratulations, Bud. Good to see you.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Yeah, we missed him in the month he was gone. Deb?
No.
Lisa? And Nikki, I hope you have some answers for us because we have some questions.
I don't have any answers. I've been waiting to hear back if you guys have any updates.
He has some very interesting questions.
Yeah, I've got it. I'm aware. I'll get back.
Oh, we can't hear what we have.
I don't
Well, you've got an increase on taxes on this lakefront property, for one thing. And you can't do anything, as we all know, but that's drastic taxes. And did you say, or did I imagine you said 700% increase? Is that what you
Well, I
said?
mean, the dollar amount isn't that high, but the increase by percentage, yes. But
700%?
It's percentage, yeah, but I mean, the dollar amount isn't that high.
Yeah,
But, you know, it depends on how you, twist the bean count, make it sound really bad. But yeah, dollar wise, it's not terrible. But the concern I had was liability primarily. I already did the attestation with the county. I have a meeting with them to contest it.
Right.
They did, when I spoke with them, they did understand and we reviewed. So it sounds optimistic that we'll get that resolved.
Right.
So I'm handling the taxing with the, that kind of Board of Auditors. What I was more concerned and focused on was regard to the liability. Because of that property, as you know, there's very little, if any, value. And my concern is, you know, people come out to the property, whether it's village or others, public during 4th of July or whatnot, and something happens. As a municipality, we wouldn't be liable. I understand that. But my understanding is I could be liable, and maybe I misunderstood years ago when I brought this up, but I thought the intention that I would not be liable as a landowner. What I'm trying to understand is how much additional liability insurance I would need to get.
Yeah, that's it. You have to talk to your insurance
Yeah.
about that. But as far as liability goes, you know, this is unique property because the public, the population of the village has a right to use it. So your liability would only be if you, what they say, set a trap, like you dug a hole on the property, covered it with a mat or something. You know, if you actively did something that created a hazard. Because just passive use of the property, as long as it's, you know, maintained, no big holes or anything, I don't see any basis for liability.
I filled all the holes in, because as you know, the break wall,
Right.
and if you look further down the break wall, there are existing holes down there. But on my property, I've been very diligent to ensure that that's been maintained. So that's reassuring to hear that.
Right. Well, that's legally, that's the standard of liability. You're not liable if somebody trips over their own feet and falls and hurts themselves, but only what the law says if you set a trap. Legal condition, obviously, shouldn't, is a hazard, it shouldn't be there, and you personally did it.
Yeah, your homeowner's policy, liability for the homeowner's policy, that should extend to it. It doesn't cost you anything.
It does. I got an umbrella
Oh,
policy as well,
yeah.
just to cover, but I was just trying to walk through the scenario to make sure I fully covered.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
It does, and that helps. I'm just trying to make sure that I
Right.
maintain it, so. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. Do we have any new business?
I do.
Okay.
I did get the old checks from Jim.
Okay.
Now, some of those checks go back to June of last year.
They haven't been cashed?
Right. So whether the bank will accept those for deposit, I have no idea. But I will try to deposit all of those checks, including the Melters checks. And hopefully they'll all be accepted and be cashed, but if not, I'll let you know.
What are they for, zoning applications?
Yes,
Permits?
yeah, yeah.
Did you say why he had them so long?
Bud asked him, and I believe there was no answer.
So we can't cash them, we can charge him for them?
I can, sure.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of money, he'll pay him for his mileage.
Well, I'll know fairly quickly if the bank won't accept it.
Huh?
That's all I have for you.
Okay, so, are we done, or do you have an executive session?
Yeah, executive session, we should probably go into, but the topic of that executive session is the solicitor permits. And if there's going to be any restrictions on, based on background checks that council wants to implement. I think we need a roll call vote to go into that.
Yes.
Is that right?
To consult with the attorney for the village. regarding solicitation of ordinance liabilities.
Okay, roll call vote. Yea to go into executive session, nay to not. Tamitha,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Alan?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm ending this live stream.
Okay, we're gonna have executive session.